boys and girls. So this week, all your bedtime stories are going to happen from inside the classroom. Yay! I happened to come in today to get some art supplies, and I thought, well, while I'm here, I'm going to read because that's what feels right. The only part that's missing is you. So I'm going to envision you sitting in front of me, and we are going to read. The first book is Miss Spider's Tea Party. Let me show you the cover. I believe this book is rhyming, which is one of my favorite things. One lonely spider sipped her tea while gazing at the sky. She watched the insects on the leaves and many flying by. If I had friends like these, she sighed, who'd stay a while with me. I'd sit them down on silken chairs and serve them cakes and tea. Two timid beetles, Ike and May, crept from the woodwork that same day. But when Miss Spider begged, "Please stay," they shrieked, "Oh no," and dashed away. Three fireflies flew inside that night, their spirits high, their tails alight. They spied the web and squeaked in fear. "We'd better get away from here." The little trio did not feel they'd care to be a spider's meal. Look at that great illustration. To me, it almost looks like they're lit up, like really lit up. It's awesome. Four bumblebees buzzed by outside. "Please come to tea," Miss Spider cried. The four ignored her swaying there. She waved a tea towel in the air. She took a cup and tapped the glass. Then one bee spoke to her at last. "We would be fools to take our tea with anyone so spidery." Gotta be careful with those spiders, even if it's Miss Spider looking all sweet, right? Within the shadows of the room, just peeking from behind a broom, 5 grinning faces bobbed and peered. Miss Spider smiled. Her heart was cheered. Descending for a closer look, she danced into the glooming nook, but sadly found those jolly mugs belonged, alas, to rubber bugs. I'm not so sure she's gonna find anybody to join her tea party. Some ants strode in. They numbered 6, but ants with spiders will not mix. She brewed them tea from hips of roses. The proud platoon turned up their noses. I think they're afraid of Spider. So I wonder if you were Miss Spider and you meant no harm, how would you invite people to your tea party? A fine bouquet concealed its prize of 7 dainty butterflies. Miss Spider, watching from the wall, was not aware of them at all. I think because they are camouflaged. Love that. The tea table was set for 8 with saucers, cups, and silver plate. The cakes were fresh, the service gleamed, yet no one would arrive, it seemed. Her company and no demand left her a cup for every hand. Look at Miss Spider's face. How is she feeling? Sad, disappointed, lonely, discouraged. Maybe you thought of some other wide awake words to describe how she's feeling. 9 spotted moths kept safe and warm in shelter from a thunderstorm. They stood beneath an open sash and watched the jagged lightning flash. Miss Spider dropped down on a thread, a silver tray above her head. She hoped to please them, but instead They flew away in mortal dread. Oh. They are out of there. Oh, this is so sad. They've left me all alone, she cried. She dabbed her eyes and sadly sighed. It's plain no bug will ever stay. Her tears splashed down upon the tray. Oh, so sad. 10 tiny steaming cups of tea were perched atop a trembling knee. She sipped and sobbed, then heard a cough, and turned to see a small wet moth, a fragile thing so soaked by rain, his wings too damp to fly again. I wonder what she's gonna do. She found someone who's really sad and needing some help. She smiled and took a checkered cloth to cloak the frail and thankful moth. They talked and snacked on tea and pie until his tiny wings were dry. Then lifting him with tender care, she tossed him gently in the air. Oh, wonder why she threw him in the air. The moth told Ike, then Ike told May, who went from bug to say, there is no reason for alarm. She's never meant us any harm. So later on that afternoon, assembled in the dining room, 11 insects came to tea to share Miss Spider's courtesy. I think she helped him dry his wings and fly away. And then he shared that she was so nice. 12 tender violets in a vase presented at Miss Spider's place. Set by her chair so neatly spun, she munched the blossoms one by one. Her friends were glad to watch her feast upon the floral centerpiece. It was such a relief to see. She ate just flowers and drank some tea. Miss Spider's reputation grew. Before too long, our hostess knew each bug who crawled or hopped or flew, and all their lovely children too. And there she is. She made some friends and changed her diet. She decided not to eat bugs and insects so that she can have some friends at her tea party. I hope you liked the story.